Hey everyone, today we're taking you on a quick tour on what's on my iPhone. Welcome to Shelly Saves the Day. On this channel, I'm doing life hacks, tech tips, and beauty videos. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, consider subscribing. I got a couple of requests from you guys to do a what is on my iPhone video, and so that's what today's video is. I want to show you some of the apps that I have on my phone that I just can't live without. So I will insert a screenshot as well so you can see it up on the screen. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first category, I like to group them into, well, groups for lack of a better word, because I don't like to have to scroll through a whole bunch of screens to see my apps. Technically, I want them all on the same page, so I'll create these categories and then I will stuff all the things that I think are kind of like that into that category box. And then, you know, you can always swipe down and type in the app that you're looking for, but this is just the way that I prefer. So the first group here is everything I say is kind of related to driving or travel. So if I open this up, you're gonna see things like Google Maps, Glimpse. You know, I don't use Apple Maps that often, but sometimes it's handier for if you're doing directions and you're, you know, on your watch. It has a little bit better integration sometimes than the Google Maps one. I use Lyft and I will use Waze. Waze is a really good one. I don't know if you guys use it. Sometimes when I'm feeling competitive, I will try and get points, but you know, sometimes I just don't do that, but it's kind of a fun thing. And then I have a couple of airline, I think usually like Alaska Airlines or United. Okay, so the next one is Google Calendar. That one gets its own because I use it all the time. I have a shared calendar that I have with my husband. I have it for work, so I like that one. The next one over is photography. And so in this one, it has kind of anything related to, guessed it, photography. So it has my photos apps. It will have PicStitch, which is kind of a way sometimes, you know, to make collages. And then VSCO. Honestly, I'm not the best with VSCO. I know that there's so much you can do with it. I haven't really explored it yet. There's a couple of, you know, the presets that I've downloaded. This is for people who are, you know, wanting to have a more better collection for Instagram. I'm not there yet. Hopefully one day I will be. But PicMonkey, I do have that one because it's sometimes easy to just make something really simple here on the app. The Photoshop Express, again, I don't really know how to use it, but I like the option of having it on my phone so that when I learn to use it, it's here. I have the Camera Connect. Honestly, I never use this app. I really should. I have a Canon, in case you guys are wondering. That's what I shoot with. And they have an app so that you can take photos remotely. And I should do that. Snapseed is one. I kind of think of it as like a Photoshop. You can do a lot of stuff with lights and filters and stuff. Again, I haven't done a ton with it. The blur effect, I've only used it a couple times, and it was when I wanted to blur out something like a license plate or something that was very like specific for a name. Honestly, that's the only time I use it. Boomerang, because it's part of Instagram. On the next page, I have Canva. I don't really use that one. Honestly, I prefer PicMonkey over Canva because I think that there's a little bit more freedom that you have with PicMonkey. Oh wow, some of these I don't even use at all. I just have them because, you know, they came from my old phone, but like Airbrush, Text Camera, Photo Blender, Prisma, Photoshop Mix, I don't use any of those, but I still like to have them apparently. Memematic was if you wanted to create some memes and it had like some preset ones, so you could do that. I just thought it was funny. And then Layout, which is Instagram version of PicStitch. And then there's Chatbooks, because you know, you always have these great ideas like, oh, I'm going to create like a nice coffee table book of all my pictures, and Chatbooks will help you do that. And I've never gotten that far. I've never done it. So the next one is the camera, of course. It gets its own because I use it a lot. Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, of course, all the big social ones, Instagram, all there on that next layer. And then, so I have a category for money, so kind of everything that has to do with, you know, banking. So I'll have like everything from like my Apple Wallet, Venmo, PayPal, if I had to do expense reports, you know, all of that stuff is going to be in here. And then extra for social. So this is everything from, you know, Facebook Messenger, Slack, Influencer, and Pinterest, Tumblr, Reddit, all of the social media sites. I do use the WordPress mobile app to manage my website. Sometimes I will start from there. I have an app on here for Meetup. I do try and go to some of the local Meetup events for YouTubers. And I think it's a really good way for you to network and talk to people. All the Google products, there's Duo, Hangouts, Allo, because you never know if you want to connect with someone. And let's see what else is on here. Musical.ly, I've set up an account, but honestly, I don't know how to use it. So if you guys know how to use it, let me know. I will get there eventually. And there are some stuff on here. What is there? Oh, you guys should know this. I'm just going to put that out there. follow free, unfollow, that is checking who follows and unfollows on my Twitter and who follows and unfollows on my Instagram. So if you're one of the people who follow for a little while and then automatically cut out like at the end of a contest or something like that, I remember. I screenshot the people who leave. I remember those things, okay? The last thing I want to talk about on here is maybe if this then that, which is this IFTTT at the end. This is something that might be helpful for some creators. Like all of a sudden you have a picture that you just put on Instagram and you wish that picture would show up on Twitter, but not as like a link, but an actual photo post without going to Twitter and copying everything all over again. You could do something with it if this then that. So you can say, oh, if I post a picture on, you know, Instagram, I want it to go to my Facebook or whatever. You can kind of configure all of that in here. I will say though, sometimes it's a little buggy, so it's not always my favorite, but I still use it a lot. Next over from there is the video apps. So I've got, you know, the Netflix and Plex and iMovie, any of that kind of stuff is all here. And then the next one is shopping. I use shopping a lot sometimes, and shopping is gonna be stuff from like Macy's, Nordstrom, Kohl's, JCPenney, Etsy if I'm feeling like I want to support small business. We've got Amazon, and you guys know I love saving money, so if I'm going to shop online, I'm usually going to use Ebates so I can get paid back money for shopping online. I believe I even have a link in the description box if you want to sign up for Ebates yourself. You guys should do it. Like, all that extra money that you get, I spend it on makeup, so. Let's see here. We got Ticketmaster, Nordstrom Rack, eBay, Retail Me Not. That is a really good site too. I use that, oh, hashtag not sponsored on a single one of these apps, but Retail Me Not is actually a site where you can go to, you can type in a store like Kohl's and it will tell you all of the online coupon codes that you could possibly use to save money, and you can do this for lots of different sites. So sometimes I will go, I'll find a coupon code, and then I will start a session within Ebates so I can earn money while I'm shopping. You see what I'm saying? So I've got coupons, and then I've got savings that I'm getting back in extra money as well. So yeah, I am savings ninja. I'm all about it. Yeah, eBay. Oh, Alaska Airlines is in here. It should really be in the travel one. I should move that one. Okay. Tradesy, Rent the Runway. So sometimes I will, yeah, Rent the Runway is a great, it's like Netflix, but for dresses. And sometimes I will rent a dress, you know, because you don't want to spend $600, $500, $400, $300 to insert any amount of money on a new dress that you're going to wear once, maybe twice. So you can go to Rent the Runway and get dresses and basically rent them for a time period and then send them back, and they'll dry clean them and take care of everything. It's kind of awesome. They'll usually even send you a backup size, which is so good. Tradesy and Poshmark and all that stuff is where you can go and get, you know, slightly used clothes from people and shop their closet. And then of course Ulta is in there. Amazon, Shopkick is another thing that you can do. You can walk into places and get Shopkick points, and you can turn those points into like gift cards for Sephora or wherever. So, I mean, there are ways you could be saving money all over the place. Bed Bath & Beyond. I love Bed Bath & Beyond because their coupons never expire and you can always use them. Okay, the next ones after that, all things that pertain to YouTube. So the YouTube app itself, and then there's an app that's kind of for the creators, which we call YouTube Studio, which allows us to do, you know, more things, track our analytics, respond to comments, and do all that stuff. The only thing it's missing is the ability to heart comments within the YouTube Studio. So I will go and answer comments, and I have to go back into YouTube sometimes and then go back and heart all the comments. So that's the only thing I wish was better. Okay, and then the next one is everything else that has to do with YouTube. So, of course, you know, because we're all obsessed with subscribers, all that stuff, sometimes there are apps that will tell you how many subscribers that you have. I posted on Instagram like a little video from where that was coming from, and that came from Social Blade. So I use that. Trello, I will say, is a really great tool for YouTubers. I use it as like an online checklist, and you can do cards and move them around and checklists and priorities. It's great. Once you get all your stuff set up for YouTube, you'll have a whole bunch of different things that all pertain to YouTube. So I put that all in that folder. So the next one is health. And that's going to be all the stuff like MyFitnessPal, or that's where you can like kind of track your calories, or, you know, it's like an eating diary. ClassPass, I'm not even a member right now. It was a really cool thing. You pay a certain amount, you can go to different classes anywhere. in your city, which is really cool. The pedometer, I like to try and get in a certain amount of steps per day. I don't always succeed. And then the HealthMate and some of these, there are things like automatic scales from like Withings that are Bluetooth. So all you have to do is step on the scale and then it will send your weight to your phone app and it will give you a trajectory of how you're doing. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of high tech. The watch app is in here and I do have an Apple Watch. I do all of the customizations in there. So the next one is very important to me. This is my food app. So everything inside food, of course, number one, Starbucks, okay? All my like gift cards, I pay with this app. I love it, okay? And then Uber Eats, and then all the things for recipes, all the Eat24, which is a meal delivery service, OpenTable if you want to make reservations, Bite Squad, I use Bite Squad a lot. It's basically like Postmates. And then I even use Home Chef a lot, which is really cool because sometimes if I'm working, I'm really busy, I don't have time to go grocery shopping, I don't know what to make, I'm not inspired for dinner, so I will use Home Chef and I will pick out my meals and they will send them to the house and they have great recipe cards. Everything takes usually less than half an hour to make. They have everything portioned out. The food is really good. So, oh, there's even a discount code in the description box if you want to get like $30 off to try your first box. It's really good. And then in the next one are these games. It's just, you know, stuff like my fantasy football and Words with Friends. And then I put my, because I am a Seahawks fan, I put my information about the Seahawks and NFL and stuff that's kind of related to sports and games in that folder. And then you might be thinking like, hey, what's up with this? This is 2 dots and why is it not in the games folder? Okay, I have a problem, you guys. I love 2 dots. I'm not afraid to admit it. I played it on my honeymoon. I played it every day before then and after then. They've done diabolical things. Don't start playing this unless you're ready to devote the rest of your life. And like, it's so good. It's just one of those types of things I like. I enjoy puzzle type games, and so it's basically just a fun game. They trick you though because you only have a certain amount of lives, and then you're like, oh, do you want to buy more lives or do you want to wait, you know, a certain amount of time, like an hour or 2 to get more lives? And I'm like, I'll pay 99 cents to have more lives. It's a trap, guys. It's a trap. The bottom row is maybe a little bit more boring. I've got my contacts because, you know, you gotta have contacts, I suppose. I have all the stuff that's kind of related to like data storage or anything. So it's gonna be like my photos. It's gonna be my cloud. It's gonna be Google Drive. All of those things that have to do with like storage and stuff like that. And then everyone has this folder. It's like the extras. Stuff that, you know, Apple put on the phone that you don't really use. So that could be stocks or whatever else. But there's also stuff like voice memos or, you know, clocks. Sometimes I'll use that stuff, but usually I'll just swipe down and type in what I'm looking for. So yeah, it's not really that exciting. And then, you know, the settings there, and then along the bottom are the things I use most. So, you know, my web browser, my messaging, my text messaging, and the phone. There we go. That is everything that's on my iPhone. What is on your guys' iPhone? Do you have a lot more games? Do you have a lot more productivity type tools? I would love to know. If you want to share, leave it as a comment down below and I'll check out what is on your iPhone. Okay, now if we're gonna talk about my iPhone 10, we have to talk about a couple things real quick. First of all, how cute is this case? This case is from Kimber.com. So if you guys know, Kimbyrleigha just started selling her own cell phone cases, which I think is awesome. So I bought one to support her. This is like this pink marble one. So cute. So I had to pick this up. Now, another thing is, if you guys want to win an iPhone 10, we are doing a giveaway right now, and it's going to be going until, I think it's like December 11th. So if you guys are watching this before December 11th, make sure that you go to our videos that tell you all about the cases that you can win, the phone that you're going to win, the other prizes that she got. She got some Bluetooth headphones and a couple of custom pop sockets, and she's got some really cool stuff that she's going to be giving away, including one of these holographic marble phone cases that I'm dying over. It is so cute. If you guys want to shop her cases, Kimber.com, you can do that. Check out both of our videos for the giveaway information. Super excited for whoever is going to win that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and getting to know what's on my iPhone 10. As always, I hope you guys are doing so awesome. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in a video very soon. Bye, guys.